What if I told you that the most famous car in movie history, the stainless steel gullwing DeLorean, was powered by an engine many critics called underwhelming? Yet this very engine, a quirky V6 born from a European partnership, helped create a cult classic that bankrupted its creator but changed the auto industry forever. This is the untold story of the DeLorean DMC-12, the car that promised the future, carried the weight of one man's ambition, and left behind a legacy no one saw coming. To understand the DeLorean DMC-12, you first need to understand John Z. DeLorean himself. In the 1960s, he was Detroit's golden boy, a maverick engineer who broke all the rules. He became the youngest division head in General Motors history, and the mastermind behind the Pontiac GTO, often credited as the first true muscle car. John wasn't just building cars, he was shaping culture. He wore sharp suits, mingled with celebrities, and unlike the gray corporate men around him, he looked like he belonged more in Hollywood than in a boardroom. But beneath the charisma was ambition. John believed cars didn't just need to be powerful. They needed to be bold, different, unforgettable. By the mid-70s, restless with GM's rigid system, he walked away, risking everything to chase his dream of building a car that could stand on its own against Detroit, Europe, and Japan. His vision wasn't just another sedan or another muscle car. He wanted a revolutionary machine that would stand apart from everything else on the road. A car that would define his legacy. That dream car would become the DeLorean DMC-12. From the very beginning, the DeLorean was designed to shock the world. Its brushed stainless steel body panels promised a shine that would never fade or rust. Its dramatic gullwing doors opened upward like the wings of a spacecraft, turning every parking lot arrival into a show. And its wedge-shaped design looked decades ahead of its time, especially in an era dominated by heavy, boxy sedans. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement piece on wheels. But every futuristic car needs a heart, and this is where things became complicated. John DeLorean wanted an engine that was reliable, modern, and exciting. The answer came from Europe, the PRV V6, a joint project between Peugeot, Renault, and Volvo. On paper, it checked the right boxes. A 2.85-liter lightweight V6, compact enough to fit in the rear-engine layout DeLorean envisioned. Yet, when it hit the road, reality fell short. The engine produced only around 130 horsepower. In an age when Corvettes, Porsches, and even some hot hatchbacks were pushing double those figures, the DeLorean felt sluggish. Car magazines mocked it, calling it all show, no go. For a car that looked like it could travel through time, critics argued, it didn't have enough muscle under the hood. Still, John's dream wasn't built purely on speed. The DMC-12 was meant to be different, a car of design, innovation, and symbolism. And while the PRV V6 didn't deliver blistering performance, it gave the DeLorean enough personality to set it apart, carrying a distinctly European character in an otherwise American dream. In 1981, the first DeLoreans rolled out of a brand new factory in Northern Ireland. A government-backed project meant to bring stability and jobs to a region torn apart by political conflict. For John DeLorean, this was supposed to be the crowning moment of his career. His dream car finally coming to life, backed by a brand new facility, thousands of workers, and global anticipation. But reality hit harder than anyone expected. The plant struggled with delays, inexperienced labor, and constant last-minute design changes. Each of those issues added cost, slowed production, and resulted in cars that varied in quality. Some rolled off the line with electrical gremlins, misaligned panels, or trim issues that critics quickly noticed. And while the gullwing doors and stainless steel body turned heads instantly, buyers were less forgiving once they drove it. The underpowered PRV V6 left the futuristic DeLorean trailing behind its rivals. Porsche 911s and Corvettes were leaving it in the dust. For a car that looked like a spaceship, performance felt disappointing. To make matters worse, the U.S. economy was sinking into recession. The sports car market was shrinking fast, and John had sunk nearly everything, money, reputation, and pride, into making his dream a reality. By 1982, the company was bleeding cash at an alarming rate. Each car cost more to build than it sold for, and debts were piling up. John DeLorean, once hailed as a genius, now found himself cornered with no way out. Investors were backing away, the government grew impatient, and suppliers began losing confidence. It was in this moment of desperation that John made a fateful mistake. He became entangled in a notorious FBI sting operation involving drug trafficking, a shocking turn for a man who had once been the face of America's car industry. Cameras captured him handling a suitcase filled with cocaine, and the images of John DeLorean in handcuffs were splashed across headlines worldwide. Though he would later be acquitted in court, arguing entrapment, the damage was irreversible. His reputation was destroyed, confidence in the company evaporated, and within months, the DeLorean Motor Company collapsed. Fewer than 9,000 cars had been built before the dream came crashing down. The stainless steel icon had failed, and the man behind it was left with nothing. But just when it seemed like the DeLorean was destined to fade into obscurity, fate intervened in the most unexpected way: Hollywood. A few years later, filmmakers needed a time machine for a quirky new sci-fi movie. They wanted something unusual, something instantly memorable. And when they saw the DeLorean with its gullwing doors and stainless steel panels, the choice was obvious. In Back to the Future, Doc Brown famously quipped, "If you're going to build a time machine, why not do it with some style?" That single line changed the DeLorean's destiny forever. Almost overnight, what had once been a failed experiment became a cultural icon. Suddenly, kids who had never heard of John DeLorean were plastering posters of the car on their bedroom walls. Collectors who once dismissed it scrambled to find surviving models. Its flaws no longer mattered. The sluggish engine, the fragile company, all of it was overshadowed by its newfound identity as the coolest car in movie history. The DeLorean hadn't just survived its downfall. It had achieved something far greater: immortality. The DeLorean DMC-12 may have bankrupted its creator, but it changed the auto industry in ways that still echo today. It proved that design and vision could outshine raw performance. It showed that cars could be cultural statements, not just machines. And it taught automakers that the myth of a car can be more powerful than the specs on a brochure. As for its engine, the much maligned PRV V6, ironically, its very ordinariness helped the car survive. Simple, serviceable, and built from proven European parts, it kept DeLoreans running long after the factory shut its doors. Today, the DeLorean is immortal. It's not remembered for its horsepower, but for its story, one of ambition, scandal, and a stainless steel dream that time itself refused to forget. So maybe the critics were right about its engine. Maybe it wasn't the fastest car of its time. But in the end, speed didn't matter. What mattered was the vision and the legend it created.